And he knew.
He goes, so then Bruno went to him and said, she knows. And Kevin goes, how the hell does she know? And he goes, that woman took me straight to that door in the backyard. And he's like, that woman knows everything.
You do.
And Kevin said, she knows.
Oh,
and I said, but the thing is I do know, and people talk me out of believing my own shit.
You do.
They go around telling me I'm so flippin' paranoid that I start saying, because I said to Jackie 2 days ago, I said to Jackie, okay, I know you didn't have that secret power veto, but Will did, didn't he? And she goes, what? And I said, tell me, just tell me. Because I knew somebody, but she didn't. She wasn't lying. I could tell. Because when I do that to people,
do you tell them they're lying?
I can tell when they're fucking. So she goes like this. She got that face, and she goes, Karen, there is no way Will could have stood up there and cried like that and then used it.
He's a liar.
And I told Bruno, I said, let me tell you something. He stood up there and cried like that because he was putting on an act so Dimitri and Ika wouldn't be pissed at him. And then he shut that box and he had that grin on his face, and then he used it on Kevin.
When he sat at the counter, he did.
And Bruno just looked at me and laughed. And I thought, oh man, they're not going to tell me. And then Bruno says to me, I said, if you tell me, I'll take you to the secret hatch. And Bruno says, okay, well, which room's it in? He goes, is it in? I go, I'm not telling you. He goes, is it in the pantry? I said, nope. He says, is it in the kitchen? I go, nope. And he goes, is it in the living room? I said, what's the living room? And he goes, the living room down. I said, where the big TV is? He goes, yep. I go, nope. And he goes, where is it? I said, it's in the rec room. He goes, what rec room? I said, the backyard. He goes, where? I could tell that I was on, that he knew I knew. I go, that big ass door has a hatch at the bottom, and Will was coming out of it, and I caught him.
How did you see him?
And he said, will you take me there? And I said, absolutely. And I drove his butt straight over there, and I said, it's right there. And he said to me, oh my God. And then he went and told Kevin, she knows.
He came out of it.
He was coming out of that flippin' thing, and I said, what are you, he was doing one of these, Ika. The door was open about this deep. He was doing one of these coming out of it when I'm walking out the back room, and I go, what are you doing? I go, do you
Karen, why didn't you ever tell us?
Because you guys would quit talking to me.
Oh.
You all said how fucking nuts I was. And I said to him, and so I was with Bruno, and I said,
Karen, what if you had found that? You could have found that.
I know.
If you had garbage duty, you would have been so good to do that.
Oh, totally. And I said to him, you have that secret power veto. Come here. And he ran as fast as he could, so I knew he had it. So then he saw me going to the hatch. So he comes running back because I'm going to the, I'm like, I'm getting in there. Because don't you remember that when we saw that one and you had to go through the telephone thing and they called? I said, well, I'm fucking going in there.
And they said, stop that.
I'm going down the rabbit hole. So I started, and the guy said,
oh.
And I thought, and I said, okay, what's going on now? And he's like, stop it. And I thought, oh no, this is no good. And then I was saying to you guys, secret power veto, and you all dismissed me.
No, because you didn't tell us that.
Well, yeah, because I just wanted to see what you all were thinking about me. And everybody was like, oh, she's so nuts and delusional. And then Bruno, he almost told me. And then Kevin said, I said, okay, so tell me something. Did Bruno know that I really knew? He goes, yeah, he couldn't believe it.
Oh my God.
And he said, but there was a point, Karen, that you thought it was Jackie. And I said, yeah, because...
I thought it was William. I thought it was William, Jackie, or...
I did think that.
Kevin.
And I said, because once you have like 10 people telling you how nuts you are...
You start believing something else.
You start thinking, I just maybe don't know what I'm talking
about.
Yeah,
I know.
You start doubting yourself. But I said, there will be tape with him coming out of that and me saying, what are you doing? Did you find a secret power veto? And he started to run until I started to go in the hatch. And then he ran back.
Karen, why couldn't we have found that? Why couldn't we have
Trust
found
me,
that?
if we had garbage duty that day, we would have.
Oh my
It was a total random pick. And me and Kevin were up in that HOH room.
Wait a minute. You think they placed it that day of the chores, or was it always there? We just didn't see it. Because you always
what
have the
happened
garbage.
was, Yeah, I do the garbage all the time.
Yeah.
Like, who does the garbage more than me?
Nobody.
Nobody. Who does the towels more than me? It should have been in the garbage or the towels. It should have been rewarded to the person that was doing all of the chores. So what happened was is he went into the pantry and there was thing in the garbage, and then he said the lights started flashing. And then he pushed it and the robot thing came out of the wall and fell down in a hatch. And then there was a clue in the robot thing that told him to go on the scavenger
I'm so
hunt.
jealous. I'm jealous.
And then he came out of the wall that I saw him. That was the black hole underneath.
Oh my God, Karen, why couldn't we have found that?
And then how come they did that to me though?
I know. I wish we had garbage duties. I wish we had garbage duties.
Look how much
He didn't deserve it.
Because how much Karen did the garbage?
I know. He did not deserve that clue. Freaking Kevin's here because of it. William is stupid.
He saved him. Now he's sitting there thinking, why?
He's an idiot. Was that the last week to use it?
Because he could have saved himself. I don't know. I don't really know because I don't know what happened. But Kevin, then I said, I said, I want to tell everybody else so they think I'm not crazy.
Yeah.
And he said, oh, well, pretty much everybody knows my game, but don't say anything.
Oh my God. William was so upset when he left. Oh, he was crying. You shouldn't have used the veto, William.
Should have used it on yourself.
Should have used it on yourself.
And Dre kept saying, who's going to put him up? He's never going to get put up. And I said, don't say that.
Nope, look, they're both gone.
And you know what happened? This is what else I forgot to tell you. So William comes in and lays directly in that bed.
Oh.
Like 3 days ago.
Laid there too, and
I know. And Jackie laid all crossed like this. And me and Dre were dying laughing. And look, it took 2 more of them out that laid on that bed.
Can it take Kevin too, you think?
It's got to.
Is he sleeping in here? I don't want him in here.
No, he's in the HOH.
Oh, because he brought his stuff in our room.
Oh, I know.
To corrupt it. I don't want him in here.
I said to Dre today, why is he in here? Why are those web shoes in here?
Yeah.
And she goes, well, Kevin's coming in here. And then she goes like this to me. She goes, and then William, she goes, and then William will come in here and all you will be one big happy family or something, meaning she would be gone. And I was
He
like,
was going after her.
I was like, really? Because we know what happens in that bed.
Yep.
He laughs. He calls it the deathbed. It's like, I think he's broke the curse on himself because he's admitted that it's the deathbed and he laughs.
So you think he broke the curse?
I think that it got Jackie, it got Will, and then he figured it out because Dylan said to him, Gary, Cass, Cindy, Bruno, and I went to Dylan. Why did he goes, oh, so this is the deathbed, and made a joke out of it. Yeah. And I thought, oh, the spell's broken now.
Because he figured it out. I don't want him here.
He broke the spell.
Maybe the spell was broken when Jackie left the house. Because Jackie was...
6 people.
Wow.
Well, she hugged them, see? And Dre had never sat on that bed.
Yep.
But she hugged them.
And she was hanging out with them all... Wherever she goes, as Will goes home, she was hanging out with them.
Oh, I told her. I said, Jackie, you aren't trustworthy. I never trusted you. This morning in the kitchen, she says to me, listen, blah, 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 blah. And I said, listen, the minute that you ran to me and Dylan and we were talking in the bathroom and then the hot tub area and you went and told Cindy how me and you were lying and close we were, that was not true, Jackie.
Yeah, she did.
And then Cindy went and told Ika that I was putting her up, and I go, guess what? That day, Cindy was going home.
What did she say?
And she goes, well, I think she'll be really mad at me because she thinks it's my fault. I go, well, actually, it was my fault because Cindy you opened your mouth to Cindy, and Cindy's told Ika, and Ika told me, and I said, bye, Cindy. Thanks for getting that out. Do you think that's bad that I said that stuff? I say really bad stuff like that in the DR.
I wish I could, if I tell you, will they tell me to stop? I say mean things too. I say.
Okay, but that's why. Do you think Canada really hates me a lot?
I say
Because
mean
I'm
things.